Hello everyone and welcome to episode 86 of Legacy Gaming with Atari Man 71. Before I begin, I'd like to remind you to play the games you have. It's great to grow your collection, but remember to play the games you already have. I'm doing these streams and recordings because I have an extensive collection that I hadn't really touched in almost 15 years. Try not to collect the games like they're trading cards, which is what I was kind of doing. They were made to be played and I think that you should. I'm playing mine and I'm having a great time. And I also think it's good for the cartridges too. It keeps the contacts clean. So just want to add that if you enjoy retro gaming or legacy gaming, as I'm calling these games, and videos like this, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm active on all three platforms under the name Atari Man 71. On this episode, I'm going to be playing three games which were published by M Network. The game titles are International Soccer, Air Raiders, and Bump and Jump. So the first game on my list is, International Soccer. I don't have these stacked properly, so there's my cartridge. I will put it in my Atari, turn on my video capture card, and turn on the game. So I have information. So International Soccer is cartridge MT5687. It was released in 1982 and it uses a joystick and, as usual, my good friend the Wiko command controller. This is the one with the short circuit in it, unfortunately. Actually, this game uses two controllers because it's only a two-player game. So I also have my Amiga / Commodore / Pro Arcade joystick, whatever the heck the thing is. I have it available to me too. Oh, I did something weird. Bear with me a second. My information, I bumped my video editing thing and it freaked out. Okay. So the game Soccer has never been high on my list of must-play video games. I didn't play this as a kid, nor as an adult when I first got the cartridge 15 years ago. It doesn't help that another player is required because it's only available for two players. And, you know, like I've said before, I really have a hard time finding people willing to play Atari. You know, Xbox, you know, some of the other PlayStation, you know, people will play those. But Atari, you know, they're few and far between. Even people of my generation, you know, if they didn't grow up with Atari and they weren't big fans of it, they aren't willing to play it either. So, this game is a vertical scrolling soccer game, similar to Pele Soccer, which was put out by Atari. In this game, though, there are 9 players per side, but you only control one at a time. And there's only 4 on the screen at a time, 4 or 5 on the screen at a time. The players appear to follow the rules and stay on their side of the field. So when the ball moves forward, sometimes it's difficult to know which player you're controlling. The goalie tends to stray from the goal quite a bit when it's AI. And it's actually, you can actually get it to the goalie on the other side to move out of the goal. And that must be frustrating because as a defender, you need to fall back and cover your goal. You know, there's no automatic goalie like there is in Pele Soccer. And the field lines on the game are correct, but they're very thick, so the ball sometimes disappears. Also, I've noticed that this is kind of a cross between soccer and air hockey. So there's really no friction with the ball. It doesn't roll and stop. It just continues to roll. So I'll do a little demonstration of that. I did it in practice where you can just get the ball bouncing back and forth forever because none of the AI come up and grab the ball. They're only programmed to move left and right to intercept the pass, not up and down the field. Also, passing is unusual because as a player falls off the bottom of the screen, assuming you're going up, as a player scrolls off of the screen, they appear on the opposite side of the screen. So if you're running forward, you know where your next player is going to show up because they're just going to come off, you know, either the top or the bottom and show up on the opposite side so you can pass forward to them. The game offers a level of realism to soccer for the Atari 2600 that's not seen in other soccer games that I'm aware of. If you enjoy the game of soccer, you will likely enjoy this game. Interesting thing about this game, okay, yeah, so as the players scroll off the screen, they reappear on the other side of the screen, and you can use this to advance the ball, you know, or when the goalie has kind of wandered away from the goal, you can pass it to somebody, and they'll automatically grab it. So VGR ratings for this game, the graphics are 3 for decent, and the playability is 3 for worth playing. So like I said, this game is actually for 2 players only, so I'm just going to do a short demonstration of the gameplay here. I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to call up my larger screen. So I'm just going to start playing because I think it's automatically reset. There's 2 45-minute halves in this game. I won't play the whole one. The player you control is the one standing, you know, like, you know, legs out and arm out. The others that like appear to be pointed sideways, you don't control them. So on offense, I'm controlling the player right by the ball, and on defense, it's the guy off to the left side of the screen or right side. How you know, the guy that's standing the same as the guy with the ball. So to kick or pass is the button. So to start the game off, you just grab the ball. And I will show you just a few things here. So on offense, you move forward and see, I mean, the goalie is all the way on the side, and the goal is wide open. So the defenders are running left and right, but they're not. Okay, so the goalie came back in the goal, I guess. But now he's moving. Just a straight shot. I mean, that's kind of too easy almost. So now I'm going to go the other way with the blue player. Okay, so there the ball was stolen. So you can actually steal the ball from your own player, or your defenders can. So here. So there it's switching back between the 2 players. And you can, if you have to actually touch the ball. So like here, I'm going to get off to the side. And then I'm going to run past this defender. Maybe. I'm going to try to run past the defender. See, what would be best is on this side. So the ball, move the ball. So I got it, I stole it back. But then I accidentally bumped the button and kicked it. So where's, I'm the goalie right now. So I can just steal the ball back, and I can advance the goalie maybe? Oh, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, you can dribble the ball left and right. Oh my god. That was terrible. So 1-1, so I'm going to switch back to the green guys. So I'm not really that good with passing the ball. So here I got the soccer. This defender is on me. So there I passed it to myself. But here's the thing I was going to tell you about. So okay. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to shoot the ball sideways and then get out of the way. Now, this ball will bounce back and forth between these 2 field lines forever. And it got me to thinking, why did they never make an air hockey game for Atari 2600? That would kind of be, I mean, I guess it's kind of Pong, but it's a little different. Air hockey's a little different than Pong. You know, you could make a puck that's larger. You know, this game could actually be modified to become air hockey, because it appears like the physics are here. You just need to change the difference between the ball sprite. Although it may be, you can't change that sprite. But regardless, there's only usually 1 player on this, or maybe you can make the whole field and just control with the paddle. You know, I don't know. just thoughts here. I might try to write a game. I'm familiar with computer programming. Oh, so he stole the ball that close, huh? I am familiar with programming a little bit, but I have never looked at Atari Basic or whatever it's called. Do I have the ball? No, he's got the ball. But see, that was a situation where the ball disappeared, so it can disappear here on the lines. So who has the ball? I mean, you only know that I have it because I went there, but it could be me, it could be the green guy. You can run up the field and, nobody knows you have the ball. But here, so I'm going to run up the field. Okay, and so there's that guy. He's in the middle of the field, and there he appears. So you can see he rolls off the top. He's right in the midfield, maybe a little past, and then he comes up on the bottom of the screen in the same position. So, if you're running and you're trying to figure out somebody to pass it to, the real trick is knowing, because you can't change defenders. Oh, and the other thing, I can show you this. You can actually score on your own goal. So here, so it goes to the green guys, obviously. There is no out of bounds. There are no corner kicks. There's nothing like that. I am familiar with soccer. I did try to play it a little bit when I was a kid. You wouldn't believe I played sports as a kid, but only because I'm in a wheelchair now. So where'd the ball go? Did I kick it? Trying to see. Now you can't run it in. You have to kick it in. So you can't cross the goal line. There is no out of bounds, like I said before. It's interesting. I think if you have a competitor, I think this game would be, somewhat intense because there are more players and you only control one player at a time, even though there's AI for the defenders and the guys on offense. The computer is super dumb with playing goalie because to go to the corner when they cross midfield, I mean, that's just asinine. You got to stay in goal. And, if they wanted you to play goalie, just switch you to goalie. And that's what I think it should do on defense, Like, when you get... See, I mean, I can take a shot from here. All right, well, that defender, that AI defender. But see, the goal's wide open. So, the defender is all the way out in the goal, outside the goal box. And there you're controlling the goalie, obviously. So I think, those battles can get intense. But the problem is if you're not on the player, I don't know if it switches you. And maybe your best bet is to... Here, let me see. Let me just see if I can actually do this. Oh, wow. You can run. So you can run up screen. So you can run. So if I just ran straight, yeah, my defender shows up again. So that's interesting. So huh. So that's interesting. So you can actually show up at the bottom of the goal if the guy's gotten past you. You can run up you don't need to continue chasing him. You can run up. You can run in the opposite direction and get in front of him. So that's actually an interesting thing on defense. So here you see, you know, oh, he's breakaway. Well, I'm going sideways with the wrong guy. This is difficult playing against myself. But see, there I got in front of him. Here I can get in front of him again. Oop. Oh, jeez. So here I got the ball. So it's an interesting game. Hey Mockingjay, how's it going? I could see it being interesting to play in a two-player situation. You know, playing it single player is just a little too rudimentary. I mean, but the gameplay actually is there, and the clock stops when the ball is dead. Obviously, the ball only goes dead when you score a goal. So that's going to be it for international soccer. Unfortunately, I don't have someone to play against, so I don't have much. But it gives me a little more time to play the other games, I guess. So the next game on my list is Air Raiders. So I'll put that in. Turn it on. Clear my two-player joystick out of the way. And I will call up my information. So Air Raiders is cartridge MT5681. It was released in 1982, and it uses a joystick controller. And I may have played this game as a child because the gameplay is familiar, but I don't know where I would have played it. And chances are I probably played it 15 years ago when I added it to my collection. But, you know, I didn't really play it that much, but it is actually a pretty decent game. It's similar to Top Gun for the NES, if you can say it's just a very basic version of Top Gun for the NES. In the game, you have the view from the cockpit of the jet fighter, and in order to launch, you need to press the fire button, and it throttles up, and it goes, you know, faster. You need to pull back on the joystick. You can't pull back too early, or you crash, or if you wait too long, you crash. It's got to be after about 3 or 4 seconds that you pull back on your joystick. And so you can bank left, bank right. You gain altitude at a ridiculous rate. It's only got single digits, so it goes 1 through 40, but that's thousands of feet, and you basically, you know, go up at the rate of a bullet. I mean, it's, you know, you'd probably die if you really were in a jet that climbed that fast. And basically there's jet fighters that are flying that you need to shoot them down. I mean, that's your mission. You have limited number of ammo. You have 99 ammo, and you basically shoot down the enemies. Excuse me. When you bank, the horizon tilts, you know. The fuel is the blue bar on the bottom of the screen, or on the middle bottom of the screen. And then there's a black bar with a yellow line and a red bar in the middle of it. So the red bar is supposedly the flak area. So at the ground, from the ground, they're shooting flak at you constantly. It doesn't kill you, but it drops your altitude 10,000 feet. But if you're flying below 10,000 feet, you crash. So it can kill you. Crashing is the only way to die in this game. You don't get shot by the enemies. Crashing is the only way to die. If you run out of fuel, if the blue bar disappears, you crash. If you hear your jets start to sputter, chances are you're done for, because you run out of fuel shortly after, and you know you're not able to land if you don't have any fuel. I think when you do land, you refuel your jet, and you gain the amount of ammo that you have, the planes that you've already shot down. And you need to shoot down at least 10 to be able to land. And you get, you know, so if you shoot down 15 planes, you get 15 ammo. And so if you're still in the air and you still have ammunition, shoot it out, because you lose it. Because I tried that. I landed, I had like 13 guys that I shot down, and I landed, and I had 40 ammo left, and all 40 of those shots went away, and I only had 13 when I was able to take off again. So landing is kind of interesting. Like I said, you still have to have fuel, and then you have to go down to 0 altitude. The landing strip shows up, then you need to push down, and you basically slow down and stop, and then once you stop, you push the button to take off again with your refuel and your additional ammo. So yeah, so you want to stay out of the red zone, which is what's the problem. And so you can pull out of it. It says you can get into a nosedive crash if you're in the red zone. So I guess there's always ground fire, but it's most dangerous in the red zone, and it's just basically best to avoid that area. I just try to fly where I find enemies and shoot them down. So VGR ratings for this game: the graphics are rated 5 for excellent, and the playability is 4 for fun. And I'm actually kind of amazed that this game is available for the Atari 2600, because the gameplay is actually pretty good. It is reminiscent of the NES game Top Gun, and it's not nearly as good, but it's really kind of a parent to that game. And I believe this game automatically resets, so I'm going to just push the button. Sounds like a biplane. So I try to fly between 20 and 30. They fly in formation until you hit one. So there you see I got hit by flak. Good, Mockingjay. How's your weekend going? I got a lot of gameplay in. I played Fable, and I played 7 Atari, maybe 8 Atari games so far, maybe 9. I'll be at I get through my M Network collection, and then I played Fable for a couple hours on Friday, but I'm really addicted to that game, so I'm actually thinking I might play it again today, because I only have 1 episode to record for the Atari. Man, oh man, I'm almost out of bullets. Busy running my mouth. Pressure's on. I don't think I'm gonna get 10 shots in. Nope. That's it. So you cannot land. So I'll show you. I'll put it down at 0. You just crash. Well, you need to inch up on it. So I'm gonna start again. I was talking too much. You gotta make your bullets count in this game, I guess, because it determines how many bullets you get the next time you take off. Yeah, my altitude's pretty low. Like I said, around 30 is my comfort zone, because there it drops me down to 20. Still need 5 more hits. So I still got 42 shots and half my fuel. So I have my 10 hits, so I can land now. But like I said, you lose all your bullets, so your best bet is to shoot them all out. I'm going to waste them all here. Shoot them all out before you land. Yeah, see? Ugh. Maybe get one more guy with the magic bullet here. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to get out of the red zone. And then you fly down till your altitude is at 0, like that. The runway will show up. And then you just push down, and I've landed. So now I'm going to get 12 bullets. So I have 12 bullets, and I'm refueled completely. So you push the button, and then you take off like normal. Climb in altitude. And so I only have 12 bullets, so got to make them count. I need to get another 10 hits in, which is essentially impossible with 12 hits. At least I believe I needed to get 12 shots, or 10 shots, 10 more shots. I think you need to get 10 shots each time before you can land. So that's why I said some of those scores are just ridiculously high. Ah. I'm hesitant to take a shot now. There we go. But see that, you know, I'm down. I've only got 1 hit and I've only got 7 shots, so I won't get down to I won't get 10 shots in, so we'll see if I can land here. It usually shoots out at least 2 bullets each time you push the button. I got 1 bullet left. Make it count. Oh, I should have took the shot there. Just hesitant because he's bouncing all over the place. It would be easier if they were flying in formation. Nope. Okay. So I'm out of fuel. I'm out of the red zone. So let's see if I can land again. Nope, I just crashed. You just crash when it goes to 0. So I'll try again, see if I can do a little better this time. I've had trouble getting more than about 15 hits the first round. I guess I can show you some of the crash maneuvers too. So now I'm seeing no enemies. There I got 2 bad guys with 3 bullets. Ooh, I'm real low here. Gotta be careful. Oh, come on. Those guys are super low. Gotta be careful, I'm running low on fuel. Running low on bullets too. I'm gonna run out of fuel. Oh, come on. Nope. That's your jet running out of fuel. And you can't pull up. You get into a nosedive and you crash and you die. But I needed to get that 10th hit, otherwise it wouldn't let me. So here, if you just go too fast and go too far, crash. If you try pulling up too soon, you crash. This game is actually pretty fun, Mike and Jay. For an Atari 2600 game, it's pretty good. It's tough, too. Uh-oh. And you gotta conserve bullets. So there was another pattern of them. Come on, I'm gonna almost crash here. That's that red zone for you. Oh no. Okay, yeah, I've never played Carrier Races for the SNES. I might have to try that out. I need to get a multi-cart for that because I don't have one. And I don't have a lot of games for it. I have one. I pulled it out recently. It's all yellow. It's terrible. You know, we got like Mortal Kombat for that. Oh no, I'm gonna crash. I had 10 hits, but the flak hit me, and I was under 10,000 feet, so. That might have been a little early for a takeoff. Probably about the earliest you could get. I love it, you know, sometimes the flak will, like there it did it too. Here I'm going to go real low. The flak hits you and puts some enemies right in your sights. They're easiest to shoot when they're flying in formation because they're not in a dive usually. There's some. Gotta get 4 more. Three more now. want to land again because it's just something I recently learned how to do. I was struggling with it originally. You know, I had to read the instructions. Come on. Okay. So we got a little bit of ammo left, so maybe we'll see if we can get... Yeah, we got 2 more. Ah, that's it. Oh, no. Okay, so now I'm going to go try to land. You got to fly at 0 till the runway appears, and then push down, and then let go, and you land. So I'm going to get 12 shots, see how many more I can get. So now I'm refueled. Can take a drink because I'm not flying. Push the button, and then take off. So I'm going to try to find some information. I got plenty of fuel here. Going after those single planes is difficult. See if we can find any information. Seems like all I have left is single planes. And I think once you take out a complete formation, it resets. But unfortunately, I spent a lot of time shooting 2 of the 3. I'm going to waste all my ammo. 1 shot. Let me get 1. Let me get 1. Oh, come on. So that's it. Basically, I'll run out of fuel at this point. Like I'll show you. I'll try to land here. The runway never shows up. Oh, maybe it does. But I didn't hit any. So that's game. It doesn't refuel me because I didn't kill anybody. Maybe if I shot 1 down, it probably would have given me 1 bullet. That's the only time I've landed twice in a game. Last time I tried to do it, I crashed, so I figured you couldn't land. So that's going to be it for Air Raiders. I know there's not a lot to it, but it's actually a pretty fun game. And in the A difficulty, you know, it's just harder to get away from the flak. You just get shot at a lot more often. So the last game I have to play is Bump and Jump. Sorry that the label is damaged. It's the only one I have. And somebody chose to scrape part of the label off. So I think this game is automatically going. So I'm going to mute it while we go over the information for this game. Okay, so Bump and Jump is cartridge MT7045. It was released in 1982, and it uses a joystick controller. And I did play this game once in a while when I was a kid, and I think it was at my best friend's house. I remember his older sister talking about this game once in a while with us, and that's kind of why I remember playing it. So I added this to my collection 15 years ago and really hadn't played it up until I practiced for the stream. And it is a fun enough game. It's simple, but it's actually better than a lot of other racing games for the Atari 2600. May not quite be as good as Enduro from the race standpoint, but there's other aspects to it. The bumping and the jumping parts, you know, kind of make it, you know, interesting. And I almost consider this this game like a great grandfather of Burnout 3 Takedown for the PlayStation 2 and PSP. because you are crashing into cars and destroying them. And granted, those games are a lot better. I don't know if you've ever played them, but they're really actually pretty fun. They're some of my most favorite racing games. The Burnout Takedown games. Burnout games are fun in general. Need for Speed, I enjoy those as well. I know there's a lot of other games, but those are the two games I played the most. And Burnout Takedown I really enjoyed because I enjoy rubbing the cars and smashing them into the walls and having them. And then there's like the crash simulation. But anyway, that's for another day. So the manual says there are 5 different computer vehicle types, and but it only goes on to describe 4 different vehicles. Cars can be bumped into obstacles or jumped upon and destroyed. Trucks cannot be bumped very far. Same thing with tractors and the skull and crossbones. They can't be bumped very far. The trucks explode when you hit them, and the trucks also further on in the game will drop obstacles that will destroy you if you hit them. The tractors, you can't bump them very far, but you can bump them into the walls. I mean, you bounce off of those, the skulls and the tractors, more than you bounce off of the cars. And the cars have an interesting shape to them. Excuse me. Let's see. The skull and crossbones are very aggressive. They follow you closely. You can't bump them very far, but they make you shoot halfway across the track. So you got to be careful when you bump into those. You can bump them into the wall and destroy them, but you have to be careful. They have to be close to the wall, and you have to be far from another wall because you're going to go skidding the opposite direction. At the end of each level, you receive a bonus for the points of the number of enemy vehicles you've crashed. Going from one level to another level is characterized by a change in seasons, so you earn points for bumping other cars and causing other cars to crash. If you complete a level, and this I have not done, so I don't know if this is correct, but if you complete a level without destroying another car or by bumping it or jumping on it, you receive a 50,000 point bonus. When a large obstacle needs to be jumped over, such as a body of water it's approaching, the game actually displays a flashing exclamation point warning, and there's a beeping sound that goes off too. The color and black and white switch will turn the music on and off in the game, and that's the other thing. So VGR ratings for this game: the graphics were rated 4 for good, and the playability is 3 for worth playing. So I read something interesting in the instructions. It said that if you press the select switch, you basically continue on the last roadway you were on. So I'm going to just reset the game so that we can start over. Oh, I got it muted. Let's unmute it. I'll reset it again because I don't want to lose. Okay, so there's a skull and crossbones. Oh, see, I got a little too aggressive there. And those beeps, after about 3 or 4 beeps is when you need to jump. And this next one coming up here, I messed that one up. Promise, I'm better than this. I'm not thinking here. It's just all this stuff flying around me. Just hit reset. I promise I'll get a little further in this. I just want to show you that first water hazard is actually. I could have got him. We just barely cleared that. So that's what I was talking about, how you have to jump it. Didn't quite wait long enough. I'm thinking I was going to start in the middle. Ah, that was just the end. I forgot. I practiced this morning too, and it was actually pretty good. I got to summer. Ah, that's the end. Okay. Okay, so now we're in spring. Ah. I knew that was going to happen. As soon as he switched sides on me. So now we can hit the select button. Oof, just made that one. So here you see him dropping stuff, so you don't really want to drive behind trucks. I jumped. Just was too late. It's three beeps. That's it. So now I'm going to press select. It says press select. I should be in spring. Come on. Yeah, I did that because I did that second jump there because I thought for sure if I got lucky I would just hit the little island. That was way too early. Ah. I knew that was going to happen. Press select again. Stupid skull and crossbones. They sneak up from behind. That was too early. Just a hair too early. Oh, what the hell? It's focusing on the 5 skull and crossbones coming up from behind me. Okay, so now it's summer. Ah! Oh no. I think this is the furthest I've made it in the game. No! Press select again. See how far we can get. Stupid skull. Oof. No, I'm not gonna make it. I maybe would have landed on that middle island. Dang it. Come on. Jesus. That was close. Ugh. I was too busy with that skull. Dang it. Just trying not to hit anybody in this section. Boy. Come on, he didn't even touch me. I think this may be my last attempt. This is really getting frustrating. And really, with this game, it's a lot about memorizing the course. Ugh. Hey, jumping on him actually works really well. Ah, jumped too late. Oh, wow. That was tight. Okay. We get the fall. This is the first time I've gotten a fall. I didn't hear any beeps. We got the fall. Let's give me some lives here. Yeah, maybe because I was in the air right away. Oof. Boy, the right side is actually way easier. That was fortunate. I abandoned my jumping philosophy because, boy, that's a long jump. I think that one you gotta wait till the last friggin' second. Ooh, and it's narrow, it's in the middle. Let's try this one again. Just when I start getting frustrated with the game, it actually got interesting again. Aw, come on. I couldn't imagine getting on that left side there. I guess you could jump to the right. Alright. Oh, this is that one. Got narrower there. Try one more time. Oh, come on. Anytime anybody's close, just jump. The problem is, if you miss... Oh, this is the long one. Nope. Okay, one more time, and then that'll be it. This game is actually pretty fun. It's pretty addictive. Oh, come on. No, I can't reset. I can do it. I hear the guy from Happy Gilmore. Or Waterboy or whatever it is. That's it. So I'm gonna call that. It's pretty rough. You get in there and there's all those cars and they're just bouncing you around, and that area is so narrow. So that's my episode for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I know I'm not the best gamer, but trying to bring you basically some information and some gameplay from my extensive collection. I'd like to remind everyone that even though we may be through the worst part of the pandemic, I want you to be healthy and stay safe. And I still think it's a good idea to wash your hands and social distance. I appreciate you taking the time to watch me play these games today, and I stream on Twitch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday under the name AtariMan71. The videos from the stream are then going to be released on YouTube the following week, typically Monday through Friday. I will be streaming Atari again on Friday of this week with 6 new games, and I will follow those games with my Fable Friday gameplay. And thank you again, and have a great day.